11th going into the 12th of October 2019. Meteorologist Robert Spetty here with you, and Typhoon Hagibis. Good news starting to weaken. We're beginning to see that circulation a little bit more diffuse as this nears the country of Japan. And that's fantastic news as far as the overall intensity, but it really is expanding out as this begins to go extratropical. And that means a huge rain shield out ahead of this, which is going to be just continuing to bring some pretty tremendous amounts of precipitation. Actually, upwards of 1,000 millimeters expected in the Tokai region, according to the Japan Meteorological Agency. You just got to stay indoors and off the streets here throughout the day on Saturday. One of the main reasons people get injured from these storm systems is because they venture out, especially in the country of Japan. They venture out into areas they probably shouldn't be, when your best bet is just to stay indoors and stay away from windows, things like that. Wind gusts over 200 kilometers per hour actually possible as this comes on shore. Actually, the pressure itself right now is at 935 HPA. If it maintains this or stays below 946 HPA as it makes landfall there in central Honshu, it could be one of the strongest typhoons on record to make landfall in that region of Japan. Pressure at landfall, like I mentioned, could be possibly stronger, and also record-breaking rain possible out there. So let's take a look at this storm system in the bigger view. And right now, like I mentioned, you're starting to see that rain shield extend off towards the north. We have that dry air wrapping in behind it. And when we see that, that's good news as far as the fact that once that center of circulation passes over you, you're going to have that dry air really fast behind it, and that is going to allow conditions to improve very quickly. Winds right now, though, are at 115 knots, gusting at 140. Pressure, as I mentioned, 935 hectopascals. That is a beast of a storm system this far north. It is becoming an extratropical sloppy mess, but still maintaining some pretty potent intensity here as it moves off there. And like I mentioned a moment ago, the winds are one issue. The rain definitely, I think, is going to be the bigger issue here. But the wind field is extending across all of Honshu as it moves overhead. This outer ring here, put out by the Joint Typhoon Warning Center, indicates the extent of tropical storm strength winds. So, yeah, Tokyo, I do expect tropical storm strength winds. Typhoon strength gust, I think. It all depends on the exact center line as this moves overhead. And I'll show you what I'm talking about in just a second. I do want to mention, though, this one mean when the Tokai region, 1,000 millimeters of rain. Tokyo upwards of 800. I mean, that's just, whew, that's a lot of rain. A lot of these rivers are going to be starting to flow out here. I know Tamagawa, I used to live right next to that in Tokyo, separating Tokyo from Yokohama prefecture. And when these type of storms came through, that rose straight up. So let's take a look at the model outlook. This is the European model as we go ahead into your Saturday afternoon through the evening, about 4 or 5 o'clock. This is going to start to come on shore just towards the east of Nagoya. And I think throughout basically starting into Saturday morning, your winds are going to start to pick up there across the Izu Peninsula, heading into Tokyo as well. Really the worst of it Saturday afternoon, coming on shore in the Izu Peninsula. I know that's where videographer James Reynolds is set up, and I think that is a smart move. Those winds are going to come screaming in ahead of this in the middle of the day here, and then as you go ahead later on into the day, we're talking about basically Kanagawa out here. That's including our friends out there in Yokosuka. That is also over towards Yokohama as well, and of course Chiba prefecture, the peninsula out there. And I also Oshima, Nijima right there, Miyake-jima, they're going to take the brunt of it. The good news, those Izu Islands are really used to getting these type of storms, but nevertheless, I mean, that's nothing that you want to be venturing out in or anything like that. All right, so the good news, by Saturday night, heading into Sunday, this quickly skirts off towards the east. So when the storm passes you, it is going to be some rapidly improving conditions, much drier weather, some pretty much straddle queue probably overhead, and things that are not going to be looking all too bad by the time we head into your Sunday. Anyways, that is all for now, everybody. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, please post them down in the comment box below. Yeah, that's all. I mean, trying my best here to keep you guys posted. So, yeah, as always, stay safe out there, for real with this one. I'll try to make another video update later on today.